If you're looking for symptoms, you're too late. Hydraulics don't work like that. So brakes, on the other hand, brake fluid does go bad, and does go bad a lot faster than you think. About every 100 hours, if you're doing suspension, plan to do your brake fluid, whether it's .4, .5, whatever, or if it's the Shimano mineral oil, you should be doing it more frequently than that. What we're looking at today is an Orbea XC bike, full suspension, and I'm going to walk you through the things I look for as a mechanic on the first round getting this thing in the door. See how the brakes come all the way to the bar? Now I know for a fact that this guy likes to ride his bike with the brake levers really close to the bar. So I'm going to make sure that that is my norm. Now what I'm looking for here is chain stretch. I'm going to do it on the bottom section of the chain because that's the part that passes on all of the active gears. But there we go, 0.5. So this chain is actually 50% life, because usually the measurement of a new chain is anywhere between 0.25 typically is my normal range for a starting chain or a fresh chain. What state are the teeth in here on the cassette? Now, if we go backwards here, we can start to see this tooth right here has a little lip. See that shiny little lip right there? See how it grabs my fingernail? It should be smooth like this one. That's the cassette that is starting to exhibit high levels of wear. And when you start to see that on your favorite cogs all the way around and through a range, then it's time to replace that cassette. All right, next, I want to check the clutch. Now these XTs and XTRs, the clutch actually is not very well built, and it allows for dirt and dust to get in. And I see this fill all the time. So I'm checking for two things. One, for this to pull back smoothly, which it does. The other, activate the clutch and make sure that I can actually move the weight of the bike with that. If not, I need to adjust it. But things look good. I'm going to take that down because I'm going to take this wheel out here in a second. Now, there's definitely some stuff, some larger scale stuff that's going to be hard to show on the camera, but I'm going to come over to the crankset. I'm going to give it a wobble. I'm checking bearing quality there. Roll this backwards and see how this feels. Things feel pretty good there. I'm not too worried about that. I'm going to grab the hub or the wheel, check for bearing play in the hub. And then I'm going to do that same thing on the front wheel. I'm going to ask my rider before they leave the shop specifically how many hours they have on the bike since the last brake and suspension service. The suspension service is one of those things where if it's leaking, it's already too late. We need to replace those seals for sure. Or something's gone wrong, we replace those seals for sure. But I think what you need to know is about how many hours we're into that open bath oil, that damper oil, and any bit of lubrication that's inside the air spring on these forks and rear shocks. That will give us an idea of what service we need to do.